Welcome to Cosmic Scene with Jill Jardine. I'm your host, Jill Jardine, Master's in Counseling Psychology, longtime astrologer, psychic healer, and yogi. In this episode, I'm going to share the astrology update for June 2021. Stay tuned till the end of the episode when I give my sun sign predictions for each sign. Welcome to the episode on the astrology of June 2021. Stay tuned till the end of the episode when I give my sun sign forecast for each sign. I will share the key dates and astrological activities during the month of June, and then go back and give you more details. It's an active astro month full of twists and turns, so listen and learn. June swoons in under ecliptic light and retrograde redux, still reverberating from astral antics of late May's full moon lunar eclipse and Mercury retrograde on May 29th. Mercury goes direct on June 22nd, just in time to witness all the major planetary players going retrograde. Duck and cover as spring eclipse season is in full swing, courtesy of a Gemini new moon solar eclipse blasting in on June 10th. This solar sequence leads into June, when we will experience the penultimate Saturn-Uranus square of 2021, the movers and shakers, on June 14th. And the month ends with retrograde revolution as all the big boys in the planetary party are now traveling retrograde, including Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, even though Mercury is now going direct. We can't move forward until we revisit and heal the past. Remember, you have to feel it to heal it. Listen closely now. Here are the key dates of astro activity in June 2021. On June 2nd, Venus transits into Cancer until June 26th. June 10th, we have a new moon solar eclipse in Gemini. On June 11th, Mars transits into Leo. June 14th, the Saturn-Uranus square, the second one in 2021. The first one was on February 17th, 2021, and the last one will be on December 24th, 2021. On June 20th, Jupiter goes retrograde until October 18th, 2021. Also on June 20th, the sun transits into the sign Cancer and ushers in the summer solstice. On June 22nd, the planet Mercury goes direct. June 24th, we have a full moon with the sun in the sign Cancer and moon in Capricorn. On June 25th, Neptune retrogrades until December 1st, 2021. And on June 26th, Venus enters Leo. So let me unpack this very busy month of planetary activity. Mercury retrograde is in full swing at month start when mercurial madness kicks in with the winged messenger backtracking and tripping over his caduceus, which will muddle movement until June 22nd. Be Mercury retrograde savvy and refrain from buying big purchase items such as houses, cars, computers, electronics, and other devices until Mercury goes direct after June 22nd, 2021. Obstacles may occur when buying houses or cars or signing leases and contracts. Saturn is also retrograde during this time, which adds another level of frustration and delay. Venus transits into the sign Cancer on June 2nd until June 26th, bringing love home for the new moon in June. Venus indulges home improvements adding touches that enhance summer comfort. Entertaining at home will be big this summer in a refurbished outdoor oasis, perhaps spending more time lounging by the pool and admiring the gardens and fountains. Gemini new moon solar eclipse blasts in on June 10th, activating the urge to splurge and connect and socialize. My advice at this solar eclipse is to listen. Don't engage in idle chatter. You will uncover more by listening than talking at this time. This is an annular eclipse of the sun, with the sun being seen as thin bands of rays behind the moon. Solar eclipses usher in new beginnings. The electromagnetic radiations will be felt worldwide. Solar eclipses shine the light on that which has been hidden from individuals and the collective. Why are eclipses such a big deal astrologically? Well, in Vedic astrology, we have two challenging influences called Rahu, the north node of the moon, and Ketu, the south node of the moon. And what these planets do, they eclipse or steal the light from the two luminaries, the sun and the moon. In astrology, the sun is our soul and the moon is our emotions. So you're going to feel that you're quite emotional at these eclipses, and just don't act out of feeling or emotion at this time, and let whatever wants to be released in a gracious and harmonious way. Eclipses mark big turning points, and they were feared by the ancients as bad omens. The eclipse on June 10th is a Rahu eclipse, where the north node is stealing the light of the sun and the moon in Gemini. Mercury retrograde is also in the firing line of these two eclipses, meaning that it is in the same arena or a degree away from the degree at which this eclipse happens. Information will come to the surface and much will be revealed. This solar eclipse occurs at 19 degrees Gemini. According to the Sabian symbol system of archetypal descriptions of the 360 degrees of the Zodiac, Gemini 19 degrees symbolizes a large archaic volume, reveals traditional wisdom. The keynote is contacting the all-human planetary mind underlying any cultural or personal mentality. So I interpret this as speaking to the wisdom that comes from the cycles of history and history on the earth, and even to the Akashic records of the earth, meaning that everything that ever has happened on this planet is stored in an energetic record of the planet. By knowing the past, we can rewrite the future. We can use the ancient wisdom teachings that have been on the planet forever, maybe since the beginning, to navigate this new era called the Aquarian Age. We can learn from the past and retrieve information about our previous lives on the planet when we trance back through our personal Akashic records. So at this new moon, we are going to be at a crossroads between the past and the future. So when we come to a pivotal time like that, what do? We really get grounded in the present. And we can explore our personal history and see what needs to be healed before we can go forward. So this is a very powerful solar eclipse. And it's the last eclipse until November 19th, 2021, when we have a lunar eclipse in the signs of Scorpio and Taurus. So do your work at this solar eclipse. We are not meant to start our new projects or plans at a new moon solar eclipse because, of course, the sun is being eclipsed. What we can do is think about it and plan it, and certainly wait until Mercury goes direct on June 22nd. And even better, when the outer planets all go direct in fall of 2021. On June 11th, Mars transits into Leo, turning up the heat. Mars is at home in fire signs, but can be more quick to ignite and start fights. Fiery Mars can stir up tempers, but also can kindle love flames. If you have been sluggish while Mars in calm Cancer, now you can get your groove back and get that physical body in fine shape for the summer. Your energy will begin coming back post-eclipse, and exercise will feel good. Get ready for big surprises and expect the unexpected at the second Saturn-Uranus square on June 14th. Hidden punches will be played. Big shifts in consciousness are possible now. Throughout June, we will see two sides of the story, or two different agendas at play, thanks to Mercurial Gemini duplicity, as well as the headbutting of insistent Uranus and stubborn Taurus versus steadfast Saturn and antsy Aquarius. This Saturn-Uranus square is a crossroads for collective consciousness, and we may see lines in the sand being drawn. The first square of Saturn and Aquarius versus Uranus and Taurus occurred on February 17th, 2021, and the line was drawn of keeping COVID restrictions in place regarding masking and limitations of business operations here in the United States. Now, 4 months later, at this penultimate Uranus square of June 14th, restrictions have been released, groups are gathering, sporting events and entertainment is back on track. These major planetary squares force groups and people to work together to achieve common goals for the collective. The last Uranus-Saturn square will occur on December 24th, right before Christmas, and by then we will have witnessed the results of opening things up in June. If there is a resurgence of coronavirus and the pandemic, we will be experiencing it by then, and any other fallout from interventions proposed, enforced, or not taken. So another keynote of the Uranus and Taurus squaring Saturn and Aquarius is that the old order is rapidly fading, making way for new paradigms. Uranus is the harbinger of change and ruler of awakening Aquarius. In Taurus, Uranus sets sights on the financial systems that are going to be fluctuating and the economic realities of our world. Aquarius is a collective sign and wants what's best for the group and humanity going forward into a future where Earth's health and that of her inhabitants is in a precarious position. We must cooperate and work together to perpetuate a healthy and sustainable life on this planet. Back in 1999 through 2000, we experienced the opposite square of Saturn and Uranus when Saturn was in the sign Taurus, squaring Uranus in Aquarius. Actually, a more comfortable pairing for these two, as Uranus is home in Aquarius and Saturn is more at ease in an earth sign like Taurus. So remember back to 1999 through 2000, there were things going on like big earth changes and weather anomalies. We may be in for more of this in 2021. Think back to what was happening in your own life from 1999 to 2000 at this previous Uranus-Saturn square. Things heat up at the end of June as summer fun in the sun blasts in at the summer solstice on June 20th at 11:32 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, marking the official beginning of summer. The ancients would honor the solstices as solar festivals, usually with fires, frolicking, and food. This year, it is particularly important we celebrate the solstice with some life-enhancing or personal spiritual ceremonial activity to counter the challenging planetary aspects of the month. Creating your own sacred celebration at the solstice or attending a group activity is recommended to bring more light into your life. Jupiter turns retrograde on the same day, June 20th, as the Jolly Giant appears to be moving backward through the celestial spheres for the next 4 months, giving us time to integrate any big lessons we have learned in the first half of 2021. If you have felt thwarted in your attempts to expand your life, chill out, make fresh plans, and regroup until Jupiter goes direct again in October. Mercury transiting direct on June 22nd will help with this rebooting process and realigning with your new vision for the future. Full moon with the sun in Cancer and moon in Capricorn occurs on June 24th. Moon and Pluto in Capricorn force reevaluation of the outer life, specifically business and money matters, while Sun and Venus in Cancer focuses on the inner life and comfort. This full moon asks us to look at how we can feel more comfortable and secure in our life, whether it is from reorganizing the business and financial part of our life to provide more security, or looking inward for a sense of peace and stability from within. This full moon occurs at 3 degrees Capricorn with the sun at 3 degrees Cancer. The Sabian symbol for 3 degrees Capricorn, the degree of this full moon, is a human soul in its eagerness for new experiences seeks embodiment. Oh, I like that. The keynote is a powerful yearning for whatever will increase the scope and depth of one's contacts with other living beings. It is the strong drive in every human consciousness or will toward new experiences, whether they are constructive or destructive. Humanity may grow and gain understanding and wisdom through both types, yet the yearning needs to be tempered by an instinctive evaluation of the end results of the experience. So this means this full moon provides a strong desire to prove oneself. We're going to really be waking up to see, why did I incarnate anyway? And how can I achieve my goals in this life? So it's a real soul-searching full moon, taking into account both the inner and outer aspects of your life. Late June throws 2 more shifts at us as Neptune goes retrograde on June 26th, forcing us to connect even deeper with spiritual source for answers and soul connection. With both Jupiter and Neptune retrograde in Pisces until the end of July when Jupiter moves back into Aquarius, we are given planetary dispensation to be very introspective and go back into our personal timelines to heal the past. Connect with your soul powers and see what your inner guidance can reveal. I'll be doing a lot of past life regression work with clients during late June and July to make the most of the Jupiter and Neptune retrograde cycle in Pisces. It's a great time for trance work, trance dance, and deep meditation and revelatory dreams. Pay attention to your dreams at the end of June and through July, and perhaps you'll get some precognitive or heads up on what might be coming into your life soon. Venus gets her groove back when she steps out of the Cancer comfort zone into the Leo limelight, ready for fun and games, asking to be seen and heard. Desire for new experience and love lights turn up high and run rampant, courtesy of the lover Venus in Leo's fiery embrace. Now here's the part of the episode you've been waiting for. The sun sign predictions for each zodiac sign for the month of June 2021. Let's start with the birthday kids. Happy birthday, Gemini. The birthday kid is getting blasted with ecliptic energies and mercurial madness, amping up the frequencies for change and creating your new life now. Things are moving fast and furious despite Mercury retrograding in your sign until June 22nd. Pace yourself and make plans that you can implement later. Don't worry, you don't have to eat all that ice cream before it melts. Share it amongst friends and colleagues who need your inspiration and Gemini genius and generosity. Your lucky days are June 9th and 10th. Cancer. New moon solar eclipse occurs in your 12th house of karma. Let bygones be bygones. Put the past to rest and get ready to move forward at your solar return at your birthday this year. Try to keep your cool at the June full moon on June 24th, as others may try to ruffle your feathers, courtesy of the full moon and Pluto in Capricorn opposing your sun and activating your relationship house. Aggressive Aquarius Saturn traveling retrograde through your shadow house may want to stir up old feuds or angers, so do your best to keep that in check. Boundaries and clarity are important. You might find yourself needing to distinguish what is yours and what is theirs, both with resources and subconscious content. Your lucky days, Capricorn, are June 11th, 12th, and 13th. Leo, new moon solar eclipse occurs in your 11th house of gain. Some new opportunities may emerge in the coming months. Mercury is retrograde in Gemini in your house of gain as well. Perhaps something you didn't get to cash in on earlier can come to fruition once Mercury goes direct after June 22nd. Saturn retrograding in your relationship house may bring back blasts from the past, especially around your love life, with Mars and Venus in your sign during the month of June. Your lucky days, Leo, are June 14th and 15th. Virgo. Solar eclipse occurs in your career house, shining light on the dharmic path not yet taken or other career opportunities. Jupiter and Neptune retrograde in your relationship house, which lets you reassess your relationship status to release karmic debts with others and soften your heart, Virgo. Soul connections can show up in the strangest places. Saturn retrogrades through your house of health, forcing vigilance in maintaining your health and well-being and following up on those pesky reoccurring symptoms. Your lucky days, Virgo, are June 16th and 17th. Libra. Libra will enjoy sitting back to watch the ecliptic fireworks this summer, as you may be less affected by the fallout than most signs. However, you will be hearing news about friends far and near and their fortunes or misfortunes. Listen and hold a loving heart, but don't judge. Focus on finding some outlets for your burgeoning creativity. Keep your Libran balance intact. Blasts from the past can come into your life this summer. Your lucky days are June 18th and 19th. Scorpio. The eclipses may be bothering everyone else, but Scorpio is feeling the heat, mostly from the Uranus-Saturn square, as you are like the ping pong ball between the fixed sign paddles of the Saturnian Aquarian energies and the Uranian Taurian energies. Saturn and Aquarius are pushing you to perform even better in life, and Uranus and Taurus is making for stress about money. Scorpio, you need to find some time to just chill out this summer. You may feel more restless, irritated, and agitated at June's onset, with Mars and Leo throwing challenging aspects to you. Don't let your fluctuating moods spoil your summer fun. Neptune in your romance house may inspire a summer fling. Retreats in the water and by the water will benefit you. Your lucky days, Scorpio, are June 20th and 21st. Sagittarius, you may feel some stress and duress during the solar eclipse of June 10th, occurring in the sign Gemini, opposing your sun and activating your 7th house of relationship. Others may misinterpret you and be aggressive or adversarial. Keep your cool as not to incite conflict. What you said or did in the past may come back to haunt you. Mercury retrograde in your relationship house lets you reconnect with friends and colleagues who disappeared during the pandemic. Sagittarius likes to plan big, but June is a time of wait and see, as others may not cooperate with you. Your lucky days, Sagittarius, are June 22nd and 23rd. Capricorn, Gemini solar eclipse and Mercury retrograde occur in Capricorn's 6th house of health. So get on any of those health concerns before they become bigger issues. It's a good time to get in with your docs and healers and make sure everything is copacetic in your physical body. Saturn retrograde in Aquarius in your money house sends that check in the mail that you forgot about. Funds and resources come unexpectedly, or a long overdue financial and karmic repayment pours in. Full moon on June 24th brings something full cycle. Your lucky days, Capricorn, are June 24th and 25th. Aquarius, new moon solar eclipse in Gemini occurs in your 5th house of romance and creativity. Turn up your love lights, Aquarius, as a secret admirer from your past may step forward now. Gemini genius amp up Aquarian ingenuity like nobody's business, and you are amazed at the creative juices flowing through you during these powerful planetary pulses. Mercury retrograde gives you a chance to revisit and revise creative projects from the past, which can now find fruition. Aquarius, always ahead of the collective consciousness, may be activating their light bodies and experimenting with fifth-dimensional realities. This process of integrating higher frequencies into the body and the physical plane can be challenging. Sometimes it's exhausting being a pioneer of new paradigms. Uranus and Saturn square in mid-June may be weird and wild for the Uranian native. Your lucky days are Aquarius, June 26th, 27th, and 28th. Pisces, Gemini planet square your sensitive sun. Be calm and carry on. Jupiter and Neptune retrograding in your sign give you a chance to finally relax and embrace your emotions in a balanced way. Your spiritual connection to Source is being fine-tuned, and you can help catalyze other people on their transformative path. You are dissolving obstacles to your happiness, and your intuition is heightened. Saturn in your karma house shows that what goes around comes around, and you might reap your karmic credit or have to pay your karmic debt. Your karmic credit starts with 5 lucky days in June. June 1st, June 2nd, June 3rd, June 29th, and June 30th, Pisces. Aries, Gemini solar eclipse and Mercury retrograde in Gemini inspires Aries to start again and try something new. You will find extra energy to get things done this summer and squeeze in some big fun. Connections and communications heat up, and everyone wants to hear what you have to say or share. Jupiter and Neptune retrograde in your 12th house of karma reveal hidden aspects of your soul, help you to release all that no longer serves, and transmutes and transforms you as you get ready to rebirth something spectacular. Your lucky days, Aries, are June 4th and 5th. Taurus. Big changes are at hand for Taurus, coming in from many directions, including the eclipse energies and the big Saturn square to Uranus in Taurus on June 14th. Staying in your comfort zone may be an ongoing challenge. Show me the money, honey, is your mantra at the new moon solar eclipse in Gemini in your second house of resources and finances. What you are planting in your life now will reap some positive outcomes by November 2021. Focus on those things that make you happy, and even more will come to you. If you can receive criticism with humility, you will grow and become a better person and good human. Try to relax your worries about money in your future. Focus instead on cleaning house both externally and internally. Your lucky days, Taurus, are June 6th, June 7th, and June 8th. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Cosmic Scene on the astrology of June 2021. Remember to download and share this episode and all episodes, and share them and give us a 5-star review. This is Cosmic Scene with Jill Jardine, sending you uplifting astro vibrations through the quantum field.